U.S. stocks took a tumble on Monday, with the Dow Jones falling almost 3%. It closed 767 points lower, marking its worst day of the year. It followed U.S. President Donald Trump's vow to impose additional tariffs on Chinese goods, which sparked fears of an escalation in the U.S.-China trade war. The yuan also reached its lowest level after the People's Bank of China set the daily midpoint for the currency to its weakest level in 8 months. A weak yuan poses challenges for U.S. companies doing business with China, effectively raising the cost of American goods. For more on this, Michael Dee joins me now from Dallas. He's the former managing director of Morgan Stanley. Michael, thank you for joining us. So this trade war between the U.S. and China has been going on for some time already. Why today did we see the stock market plunge?
Well, today you saw the Chinese let their currency go above the important guardrail of 7-to-1. This has long been a border, a firewall, if you will, for the Chinese. Letting the currency go to above 7, and it went up as high as 7.10, really signals that China is going to devalue their currency in order to offset any amount of tariff that is incrementally being added. A good rule of thumb is about every 1% devaluation in the currency is equivalent to about 10% of a tax that is put on imports from China.
So the U.S. Treasury Department has just labeled China a currency manipulator with what you were just describing. Can you tell us if you think that is really truly a currency manipulation?
Well, the PBOC manages the currency within a band, and all markets, including the United States, take currency into consideration. Some are more overt about it than others. But what's important to understand is labeling China a currency manipulator is purely rhetoric. It has no meaningful basis in fact. It merely means that now the U.S. Treasury and Federal Reserve will refer the matter to the IMF for further discussion. We are now seeing a higher level of escalation than what we've seen in the past. You can probably expect this to go on. China has also canceled all purchases of farm products from the United States. This is having a devastating effect on the U.S. farming community, which is already suffering from record floods from the Mississippi. The government has already had to transfer over $30 billion to U.S. farmers to try and offset the impact of the trade war that Trump has started and the floods that have occurred. And this is having a devastating impact. And you're now seeing the financial markets starting to react, which they will continue to react to, I believe.
Okay, Michael, thank you again for joining us.